All right, welcome back to my channel. Good day to you. I am here again just to give you updates on what is going on. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I hope all is well with you. Let's go there because I don't want to waste much time. You see, many people don't understand that freedom is not given, they said, and our people have done enough to be free. But some people are doing one or two things to sabotage it. Few weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's not running. I think it's not running up to a month. That Remo, I used to have a very high hope on him, but the moment he made that comment where he said that he don't advocate for Nigeria to be separated and everything, and he said that before. Now he's now moving to the issue of you need to have state police, all right? It's a gradual process. One thing I can assure you is that what this security going on in Nigeria is not going to stop anytime soon. In as much as it's very painful, but somehow it's helpful. It's helpful in the sense that it's going to help every indigenous people to go back to their roots and organize themselves to avoid using your children as a body shield for terrorism and jihadists. So, as a Christian, we need to be careful. We don't need to get yourself involved in some activities that doesn't please God. And American is is father of they are the father of democracy. They are defending democracy worldwide, and they understand what peace actually means. That's why they prepare for war 24 hours. So we are going to go through what Ramos said, and there's another thing. Another not congressman, I think he's a former US ambassador, I believe. He's another powerful man anyway. Made a comment that I want to share with you. Please do me a favor, make sure you like this video and share it to many platforms of your choice. It's not going to cost you anytime. And don't forget to put your comment. Let us know what you actually think about it. All right? So we are going to start, by sharing this with you, because I think that's the best thing to do now. Let's go to the program to the program itself. Now, what you have here is U.S. lawmaker Ramon suggests way to end horrific persecution in Nigeria. So this headline is something that one of the things that brought us here. As you can see, is being made by Daily Post. Daily Post is one of Nigerian newspaper, and he made this post. This was published on 25th March 2026. Down here, he said, United States U.S. Senator Republic Rep Moore. That's I think Rob. I don't know what is this. Is it a representative or Republic? I don't know. He said, let me call his name though. Rep Moore. Okay, Rep M Moore has suggested that the Nigerian government should decentralize the Nigerian police forces in a bid to stop the activities of the terrorists causing mayhem to citizens. The lawmaker made this suggestion in a post on his official X handle while reacting to the recent attack on St. James Catholic Church in Abdul, Taraba. Okay, suspected Fulani herdsmen had attacked the church and burned down the building. Reacting, Remo called on Nigerian government to quickly move to action and salvage the citizens from the persecution. He wrote, Christians in Nigeria continue to face brutal violence and death at the hands of radical Islamic terrorists. The government in Abuja must step up and protect their citizens in the Middle Belt. It is past time to decentralize police authorities so state government can protect their citizens and stop their horrific persecution. That is what he said. And like I told you, he don't believe in this before. He don't believe that Christians should people should move to their own space, like to dissolve Nigeria and create everybody to remain on their own. He don't believe on that before, but now he seems to believe in it. So he don't believe in separate Nigerian being separated, like division of Nigeria. But guess what? He's gonna mature to that level. He's gonna get to that point where division will be the order of the day. Because maybe because we have been in this mess for a very long time and he's just noticing what we are going through now. That may be the reason why they find it difficult to agree on what you already know. Maybe. But guess what? Like I said, it breaks my heart to see people, women and children, mothers being butchered, fathers being butchered, kidnapping going on day in, day out in Nigeria. Because people are paying the price for no just reason. But in every disappointment, there's a blessing. The only good things about it is that, a country like America is not noticing this killing, unlike before. So many other people are seeing it now that they're talking about it. So it's no longer that those days when there were murder people and buy people, the international committees are not they're not paying attention. They are paying attention now somehow miraculously because of Trump. And I believe that something will come out from it. But there's something that confuses me. Something confused me about the whole thing. I think I need to share it here, but let me remind you something. Let me bring it to your notice because another American lawmaker have some, and I said lawmaker, I always call him lawmaker. I said lawmaker. I think he's not a lawmaker. Let's go there so we may know who he is. Let me read the article. All right, because I don't want to quote him out of context. I don't want to claim what I'm not sure of. Let's quickly, venture into that because something happened here which I want to share with you at this moment. So some people said that he's former ambassador. Some I don't know, but let's go through it. Maybe we may get to know it proper. Okay, I want to know who the man is. The man here, look, this man. He says something about what is going on in Nigeria. So we are going to go through it. Just a moment. Let me get this in order. Okay. Here we go. Let's go there. Now let's read from the up. This is from QTV. QTV made this post, and he said, "Breaking: Christians genocide across Nigeria. Nigeria is at a breaking point. Stop the buying now or face a split of the country." Senator, okay, he's a senator. Senator Sam Brownback, former U.S. ambassador, okay, and President Trump right-hand man, warns Nigerian government and President Tinubu. So in his speech, he said this.
Deadly is not the most deadly place on the planet to be Christian in Nigeria. That's not going to be able to sustain itself and continue without leading to a fight.
So I'm trying to position it well.
And I say those words cautiously, and I don't like saying those words, but I believe it to be the truth. If the Nigerian government now does not get on top of this situation, what's taking place in Nigeria, and has been now for a number of years, if they don't get on top of it and start protecting their people, particularly the Christian community and the moderate Muslim communities that are being attacked, if they don't stop this, this is going to lead to broader bloodshed throughout Nigeria and probably a splitting up of the country. And it's that dramatic. Deadly is not the most deadly place on the planet to be Christian in Nigeria. That's not going to be able to sustain itself and continue without leading to a violent split up of the country. And I say those words cautiously, and I don't like saying those words, but I believe it to be the truth. If the the Nigerian government now does not get on top of this situation of what's taking place in Nigeria, and has been now for a number of years, if they don't get on top of it and start protecting.
Now, did you hear that? The man have already, made a comment about the split, to split up Nigeria, to divide Nigeria, contrary to what McAnod said, which we discussed in our live broadcast yesterday, because the man according to him, we should come together, fight the government. I don't know how he had been in Nigeria. I don't know. To me, I felt like and McAnod had just made a new friend from Southwest, because it's only Yoruba people, Yoruba Pochan can brainwash somebody so easily with this kind of cooked up story. How on earth will somebody come up with that kind of idea that the best thing to do now is you come up, even though all of us don't agree, because we are divided by travel line. We don't, the people that you're talking about, they don't even agree with Southeasterners. People from Ijan, because when you hear, oh, I'm not Igbo, it started from the job of Southwesterners, what they have done. Don't blame Northerners on this one. The problem about identity crisis started from Southwest. You may have, during the time of those things, you may have maybe a man from the North as a president, but the brainchild of that idea, the brain behind it is from Southwest. You don't want to believe it, but it's up to you. I'm just telling you, because doesn't mean I must sound like I hate them. I don't hate them, but I hate some attitude from them. That you cannot sit down, you can just sit down and brainwash people and lie on people. Just like what we discussed yesterday about Igbo King in Ghana. Today, the same Yorubas are now pushing to claiming they are more Ghanaian than even Ghana people. That they have been there for heaven knows when. That they have right to be voted and voted for. Imagine that kind of idea. And the same people are busy telling you that Igbo should not vote in Lagos unless they are the one to tell you who to vote for. How is that? How can you just connect it and make it to make sense? Quite difficult, isn't it? Exactly what I'm thinking. So that is why when you hear people blaming or talking about what is going on, don't see it as an attack on your tribe or anything. Let's just be realistic and solve this problem once and for all. Guess what? If Nigeria is being divided today, believe you me, Yorubas they will excel. First and foremost, they will not have right to make law in their own soil. They will not have right to limit Fulani coming. They will not have right to limit Fulani taking charge of political positions. They now have, a say in their own land to avoid these invaders, to avoid this conquest. But on attempt to allow Igbo people to be the one receiving pains, they all feel reluctant about the whole thing, as long as it's going to hurt an Igbo man. That is a problem. That is a very huge problem. So let's not just pretend about it. Let's just be realistic, like I said, and focus on the problem that faces us. The only answer, even though it may take some of these people like more time to understand. And maybe because we have been here and we know what our people want and how we actually feel, about the whole. Imagine these people, they don't understand what it means to live in this world without being proud of any country of your own. Do you know what that means? Do you know the pains? Go and ask people from Americans, go outside the country, go to Canada, go to America, Europeans, ask them, when you see that, when they talk about their country, there's discussing with joy. China people, they are proud of themselves. Japan, they are there doing very, very well. But when you made the mention of Nigeria, we always face down. Why? Because we are not proud of it. Not because we hate it, because we want to hate, but the country have given us reasons why we should not be proud of it. Take a look at what is going on. The Boroboro money. In 1960s, in 30s, in 40s, there are British people that that discussed this thing and had used our people to do what they have done. The people ruling now in the British government are still, they're not yet born. Even if they were born, they are not in government as of now, because they must be running, they must be going to 100 and something years, right? Or some of them are no longer living. But how is it that the younger generation from Britain were able to manage what their forefathers did to our own forefathers, that to the extent that we cannot even comprehend? Like, they still maintain the status quo. We grew up seeing, reading history about what happened to our parents, the mistake they made. Then we are still making the same mistake to the younger generation from the European countries. Why is it so? Because we fail to make use of our brain and tell ourselves the truth. Whether you are Igbo, whether you are Yoruba, whether you are Hausa, Fulani, anywhere you come from, all of us are in this mess together. In this mess together. I don't want this video to be too long. I just want to, point out, what American lawmakers and the American government representatives are saying. They are now, it started from Christian genocide, which is what it is. They have seen it, they have investigated it, they have seen truly it's going on. And what I love about what is going on in Nigeria is that the more some people are trying to cover it up, the more jihadists are doing it in public and bragging about it. How can we not defend it? So those of you defending it, they have gone down, their voice have turned down. Remember, Democracy said that's not like Christian genocide, because then he was eyeing political position. Reno is non-mooted. And guess what? As we are making the argument, the people are burning churches and filming it and publishing it on social media. When you talk about kidnapping going on, the videos are on TikTok and everywhere. Then some people will not say, oh, why are you saying that you are demarcating Nigeria? What is more demarcating Nigeria than what Fulanis are doing, herdsmen are doing on TikTok? Do you know how embarrassed that looks? That your people, your country are showcasing money they made from kidnapping. Who will be proud of that kind of thing? In this modern age, that every other countries are advancing and doing something good, you are busy doing something backward and very, very horrific information, very, very terrible things coming out from there. Nobody is proud of anything. Look at even Tinubu in his own circle as a president. He keep on borrowing money and all that. So how long shall we continue this way? Please support your freedom and pray that American government will do the needful to save the lives of people. God bless you, and make sure you like the video. Let me know what you think about all discussed so far. What is your take? Take care of yourself. See you again. Bye-bye for now.